comms company went down. I was in a spin for about 3 years.
All right, just in case you've just tuned in, I've just pressed the button on the computer to go live onto YouTube Live. I can stream this in real time while I'm recording. It gives me something to do and I don't get so bored. You're more than welcome to listen. I will delete this video afterwards, but this video will be online in about 5 hours time. And you can see I'm having great difficulty trying to get the message that Keith is trying to preach across to the nation. He's on a rant once again, but let's listen to Keith go on and on as he digs a deeper and deeper hole.
So guys, understand that, Carol, you're absolutely right. But we just got to hold on to hope and know that it's exciting. We don't know what the future holds, but it's exciting where we sit right now. Thank you so much, Carol. Beautiful.
Absolutely. And change gives us the greatest opportunity for growth.
Oh,
Totally.
100%, Carol. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Wow. This is brilliant. We're going to go from Carol to Susan. Susan, hi, how are you?
Hi, Keith. Nice speaking to you again.
Yes.
I think the first met was London at our event. So
that's right.
Nice seeing you again, and nice seeing Pinicky. I didn't realize Pinicky was in Birmingham. Yes, I'm in Wolverhampton, Pinicky. So
oh, you're joking.
So we back up, all right? So
if you're wondering what's happening to the videos and why they're in cartoon state, Dale doesn't like me copying these videos and put them on YouTube. But eventually we'll be down to sound only. But in the meantime, we have pirated copies that from people who hate HyperVerse. They feed me this information. And we also have got a cartoon version, which we're using because the sound is better than the pirated version.
For a meal.
Definitely, absolutely. So listen, I am so excited.
We're listening.
I came in last year. Okay, when I came in last year, it took me at least 2 weeks. So some people are asking me, what does the FCCA stands for? Well, let me explain. FCCA is a fellow member of the Association of Certified Chartered Accountants.
Oh, you're the accountant. You were the lady. Is this Lawrence? Is it Lawrence? Yeah, she was the lady who was theoretically Amy's compliance officer, like Hope Hill, that was announced in HyperVerse at the time. And she finished up being a jailbird who was hiding behind another name rather than Hope Hill and had spent time in prison.
Okay, so when I came into this, I looked up this company up and down for 2 whole weeks, okay?
What that really means is don't use her as your accountant because she has no idea about business at all.
And as an accountant and a member of an association, I have to keep my integrity. I have to be professional.
Oh, it's a big word, that one, isn't it, eh?
Everything I do. And there's nowhere on earth I would come into a space that I didn't see as professional.
Oh, my God. Whatever drugs she is on, give me some. I'm on red wine. That stuff stains your face.
I didn't go by what somebody told me. I actually looked up the company.
It is Susan Lawrence. She's on here every week. I recognise her now. She is Amy's financial compliance officer. Amy's is honestly a nobody who claimed to have a whole building, well, not a whole building, a whole floor in a building, and he finished up only renting a room from Regis. He's room 26 on the 37th floor of some big tower in London. Honestly, these guys are just full of shit.
I looked at the different websites, look at all the information I could find in the professional note, guys. Google is a search engine, okay? You can search anything you want on there. But when you're doing a professional research, you have to go and do the professional research.
Well, actually, I challenge that. If you search for Susan Lawrence and the word HyperVerse, you will find my videos everywhere. And there's a reason for that. If you search for Keith William HyperVerse on Google, you'll find my videos everywhere. You'll also find numerous other people complaining about Keith Williams. And if you search for Pinicky, you will find that he comes up with my videos because these guys are all scammers. And the other guy I think is Bill, that's about to come on. He's on here every week. It's so predictable, this. It's like going to the circus and watching the same show every week.
Actually work for companies up and down the UK, okay? And I have to ensure that they're working with correct, right third party. I work a lot for the government, and I have to
don't forget, never let the truth get in the way of a good story.
Make sure that they're working with the professional third party that will carry out the work they need for vulnerable people in the community.
I must say, if you're wondering why I've got my fingers in my mouth and while I'm eating today, I was eating some Chinese dish, no offense to the Chinese, and all of a sudden I found a tooth in my dish. And look, my tooth fell out in my dish and I couldn't believe it. And now I had this gaping big hole in my mouth and my tongue, and my finger wants to keep going in there to explore the unknown. It's a wee bit like the tooth that goes off to HyperNation. It's a black hole that goes nowhere, which is quite annoying for people like me, whose job is it to expose Ponzi schemes. Now, you can help me right now simply by clicking the thumbs up button. That little wee action, that click of the button, it gives you the control to let this video go out to the masses. So do click it, even if you don't like it, click it, just do it. And then that tells YouTube that this video is liked, and it will send it out to the masses, and it will help fight people who are getting scammed. Please do it. If you really get excited and you feel a tingle of empowerment when you click that thumbs up button, then go and subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell. And you know what the bell does? You have a choice. You can click the bell and be notified when I publish my next video. It would be awesome if you did that. It will help a small child, and no, it won't. It will help fight scam. All right, back to these idiots. Back to Susan Lawrence. Lawrence. Yeah, it is Lawrence. We're coming to get you, Lawrence. Hey, look, this is a sound that you're going to get used to. Yeah, that's prison door. Shut. No more makeup, no more fingernails, no more manicures, no more hairdos. You're not going to get that when you hear this noise. So stop scamming people.
Okay, so this is no different to me because I didn't come into this space for myself. I came in this space, my community. That's what I came into.
There's Amy's community is the community that you have piggybanked on. You don't even have your own community. Loser.
Space where I wanted to help people. So apart from this, I do property and I do other things.
Oh, me, me first.
But this, I thought, wow, I couldn't believe it. When I
couldn't believe it, unreal. Kind of like when you're smoking dope and you see an elephant flying over. And this isn't real. Elephants don't fly. If you looked at my picture, you can see there's an elephant in it because elephants don't fly. And you can also see a cute little doggy. And that is representing Pixel, who said to me, I want to be in the next picture you do. And if you look at this picture closely enough, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I don't know if Mr. H is a millionaire. 13 people that have made a ton, 14, 15, 16 people that have made themselves millionaires by pushing this scam. Why wouldn't they be on a Zoom meeting telling you that you need to do the same? It is disgusting. These people are trying to push you into this beautiful world of living with pyramids and being in the galaxy far, far. Oh my goodness, this is like Star Wars. Don't invest. Do not let these people get your money. They are telling you bullshit stories and you're sitting here with your mouth open, drool going down the chin, thinking this is the next best thing to slice bread. Sliced bread has been around for a long time. You don't need to slice your bread. You can eat the whole loaf one mouthful at a time. You may have heard the expression, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one mouthful at a time. Ask any elephant. Right, back to these people.
And I clicked, I was jumping up and down.
Jumping.
Okay? This is my birthday weekend, and I'm seeing a few people this weekend that you guys know. Okay, and I'm going out tonight, enjoying myself. I'm so excited right now because I've been up late at night trying to help people with their yellow boxes.
Let's give us some birthday music.
And then when I wake up to find that there's
birthday music.
Some of you don't know that the time has been extended, right, for the yellow box. Okay, it's been extended. So I'm so excited I can have a good night's sleep tonight. So I just want to say thank you, Pete, for being here.
Get her off. We've had enough. We don't want to hear from you anymore, Susan. It's time for you to leave the stage. We'd like to thank you for coming and being part of the scam, but you can shut up now and get off. If you don't mind, this is the music. This is like when they do the Emmy Awards and they're politely trying to say that it's time for you to exit the building. I know you think you're Elvis, but it's time to leave the building. Go get off the screen, Louise. Sorry, Susan. Didn't mean to get your name wrong.
And I'm so excited for the future. My purple box is taking me all the way,
and
I'm
so
just
nice.
going to be flying right
Hey,
now.
let's go dancing sometime.
Thank you,
Cheek to cheek.
thank you for being there for all of us.
Let's dance. Let's enjoy the moment. Let's enjoy your birthday weekend.
Thank you.
Get her
I'll
off.
speak to you, Pinnicky, soon.
You go now. Goodbye. Go. Get off the stage. Oh, that's
We've
been
got
good.
Bill up as well.
Has
Thanks,
she
Bill.
gone?
Thanks, Susan. Brilliant. You know,
Yeah, thanks,
guys,
Susan.
as I
Awesome.
Said, the chat is wide
Oh,
open.
hi, Bill.
I am taking on whatever you want to throw at me on the chat. I don't have an issue with it. Seriously, if you come here and you've got an issue, don't think that I'm going to be one of these guys and say,
I'm loving this. Keith is trying to use gang pact mentality. That's where he gangs up on people who are trying to have a voice. This is what NLP training teaches you to do, or sales techniques, is never to answer the person who asked the question, but deflect. And that's what he's doing. So somebody in the chat room has pissed him off, and because he's got his community with him, he can now stand up and say, "Oh, don't say that. Do you know who I am?" He's a dirty and disgusting scammer, and the person that is asking that question needs to be knighted by the Queen. Yes, knighted by the Queen. Well, let's knight that person by the Queen. If you are that person and you are watching this video and Keith has given you a hard time, let's get together and do a Zoom meeting and tell me all about it. And I will publicize it in my YouTube channel, and you can get your message out to the masses and tell people what a dirty, horrible person Keith Williams really is.
"Oh, okay, yeah, right, you can carry on having a big old moan." Fine, you can do, but don't come on here. I will spend my time chatting back to you if you are one of those individuals. I won't mention, I won't call you out. But if you've got nothing better to do, why don't you go off and enjoy the sunshine and maybe have a good day in the park?
You go, you
Because
tell
if
him.
you want to come up here and try to point fingers, blame this and that, we're all in this together. And as I said,
No, you're not, Keith. You're an idiot. We're not in this together. We're just too scared to stand up to you. That's what everyone else is saying. That one person tried it and they realised that they're not going to get anywhere. You're a professional. We've been doing this for 2.5 years. You've had those people walk down the street and spit in your face, and you still have an answer to that, don't you? You're a professional. You know how to overcome that. You duck like this. You didn't get me. Try again. And you have an umbrella next time you go out. You know all the swerving techniques when people spit in your face because you're a dirty, rotten scammer.
you know, we all have the same issues, and don't try and make out like if your problem is worse than anybody else's problem on here. We've all got...
Everyone's got problems because they can't get their money out of HyperVerse. Now you tell them to go to a planet, a beautiful planet. Look at that, a beautiful planet. Can't wait to go there. And look at the people that are going to be there with you. It's going to be awesome. Do not invest in this. This is a disgusting scam. And I'm really enjoying doing this video. Maybe it's a wine. Who knows?
Problems. We're all... Doesn't matter what level you're at. Doesn't matter what you've got going on. We know... You know, you can be broke at a higher level. It doesn't matter. You might have a lot of other trappings, but you could be in banging trouble because of what's going on with Hyper, and your circumstances will have to change. Reality check, guys. Or you could be someone who can't afford the 100, and I get that. You're in a very difficult situation in your country where the resources are not there, and you might not have the 100. We're all in this together, and I understand the company will try and help everybody. But just don't think that your problem...
I understand that the company will turn things around and we're all in this together. No. Keith has made millions of dollars from this. He's turned my world upside down, and he'll turn yours upside down again if you invest again. And now he's using exit strategies and gang mentality to beat you into shape so that you just cower into the corner. Speak up. Have a voice. Don't let these people get away with it.
Problem is bigger than anybody else's problem on here if you have got a problem. But if you're going to come on here and have a moan up, don't think you're going to get a leadership call. People will say, "Oh yeah, go on, carry on having a moan up." And I will not close the chat, but I will. If you carry on, I'll just get you. You know, there's no point. It's just boring, and I'll have to remove you. And you can come back next week Saturday and have another moan, or find some other platform and forum to have a moan.
Wee Global is meant to be quite good. Kalpesh Patel has gone to wee.global. This is not this is not a sponsored commercial. This is common sense. In fact, if you're thinking of doing anything with your crypto and you're so easy to give it away, give it to me. I would love it. I would love crypto. I'd love some shiny coins in my wallet. Make sure they're not HTV cryptos because they aren't holding any value at the moment. You're disgusting, Keith Williams. Badgering somebody who's in a chat room who can't speak. Pretty cowardly when you can fling it, but they can't receive it. No one else can see this chat room that's in your head.
I don't care what you do, But I'm just saying to you, I love and I care about this community. And I empathize and sympathize with everybody that's going through stuff, not just people who've done very well, but people who haven't done extremely well. That is why I show up every single week. And the people who've done extremely well, some of them have got to change their lifestyle now completely because they were totally dependent on Hyper. So what? Does that make their...
All right, here comes want a key, hang a key, put a key, whatever his name is, Narc. He's going to back up Keith. Come on, get in there like dogs. Fight.
Problem any less than yours because you don't have much. You didn't have the chance to.
Yeah, okay, Keith. Come on, get a room. Come on, get off here, you idiot.
They benefited. They built a massive team. They probably worked.
I bet his butt cheeks are clinging to the seat now, and he's probably wanting to do a wee fart, and he can't because he's trying to hold it in while he's on his wee pedestal.
Backside off to get to where they are, and then things have changed for them. And I have every empathy and sympathy for those individuals that have got an honest gripe as well. They might be broke at a higher level, but they've still got an honest...
Oh, I can hear the ship sinking. Every time Keith defends himself, I can hear this whole thing falling apart. People sent me a message this morning, I call them the people, and they said, why do you spend so much time, badgering HyperFund, HyperVerse, and HyperNation? I said, because they're idiots. It's like the circus. I love going to the circus. I am literally part of the Hyper community. If they didn't have me doing my voiceovers on these videos, it would be a sad place. I have people in your community, Keith Williams, telling me that they would rather watch my version of your video than watching it live on the religious broadcast that you have every Saturday afternoon, simply because it's not so friggin' boring when you're watching it. And I've got this funny voice that isn't mine. I should talk normally, but I've had a husky voice for the last couple of weeks. And one of my videos that I did about Dear's Amy, I could hardly speak, but I was so excited about doing the video, I just couldn't control myself and thought I had to speak. Talking in a third voice actually is better for my voice. And at the moment, I'm not coughing as much as I used to. And if I did cough up, I would hope that one day I'd cough up so much I'd spew all over Keith Williams. Just saying that. Just put that in there. Bit extra.
Right. So I'm just letting you guys know. This is leadership. Come on,
Keith,
this is leadership. What do you think about to do here? This is not a pity party.
Oh, give it, Keith. Stop it. Just stop it, will you? Just stop it. Just get a room. Grow up. You're not looking very professional talking like this about this guy in the chat room. And Pinicky, would you just be quiet and say nothing because you're a lovely Indian guy who lives in the UK who knows all about doom and gloom. Don't let Keith talk about doom and gloom. All right. You guys finished? Right, back, stop, right, back. Keith, let the guy Bill at the bottom who talks every week talk. He's going to say you guys are wonderful. He's going to be really struggling to say what's good about this conversation, isn't he? Isn't he, Keith?
Let's all hold hands and have a moan and whine and have a...
Oh, yes, laugh and encourage the idiot.
Hi, we're going to try and be strong on this call.
Oh, be strong. Peace out, brother.
What this call is all about.
Bill, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
Hey, thank you so much, Keith. Pinicky, what a great...
Oh, my God. Every week is the same. Let's go back. Is it Bill? Let's see. Bill's sat here and listened to this for so long. Let's have a listen. All right. I think it's Bill. Is it Bill?
Great being here every Saturday.
Yeah, whatever, mate.
And just staying positive and staying plugged.
Oops. Oops. Keith wasn't very positive then, were you, Keith? I think his hair's even frizzed up a bit.
Yeah, and I think for me, that's made the biggest difference. And because I'm plugged in, my wife and I are plugged into all the different...
You say the same shit every week, Bill.
Places we can be, and we've gone up the ladder to find things to be able to get our purple box. We had to go way up to find it.
Last week, Bill was telling me that he had to borrow money to get his purple box. They had to figure out a way to be able to spend $10,000 in HyperVerse because he's a believer. In 3 months' time, he's going to realize he was an idiot.
And to find that code, and we did, and we found it, and here we are. We're so grateful. And why did we choose to do it? Because
you're uneducated, you're a peasant, you have a low IQ. Tell us why you did it.
What's the biggest thing that's changed over this past 7 days?
There's a man running the company with a mask?
8 months. It's the economy.
Oh, the economy. Oh, brilliant. So the economy is going to fall over. and the whole world's going to shudder to a halt, and they're just going to keep the electricity going long enough so they can keep the computers going that run the ecosystem. Sorry to break that to you, bro.
It's inflation. It's the market. And so has the company changed?
Yeah, but there's also been this other thing called COVID that's caused a lot of problems in the world. And to be honest, when COVID happens and the war that we've got going at the moment, which I'm really angry about, it creates a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurial people. And it is a time, imagine you've got this river, right? And there's this big, massive river. When I was in Bangladesh, I remember seeing these passenger ferries that can carry 5,000 people going down the river. And I thought, when they navigate, it's a really slow and slow task. And then there's all these little wee boats that were navigating through the other boats. And I thought these little guys, these little entrepreneurs can navigate quickly when needed. And that's what's going to happen. There's going to be lots of opportunities. These big companies might suffer because of COVID, but there's lots of opportunities for the small to medium-sized businesses to navigate the rough oceans that are going on at the moment. Please do not throw all your money overboard for the people that are swimming, like Keith Williams, and let them collect your crypto because you're going to lose it.
That training that Clayton did, that's not changed. They're still the same people behind it. They're still the same experience. They've walked through this fire. There's been 3 times now that crypto has dipped and lost 70%. Yes.
Let's get clear. Crypto and blockchain has nothing to do with HyperNation, HyperFund, or HyperVerse. It is not non-related. They are using a non-regulated currency to run a Ponzi scheme. Not rocket science. Anyone that's in the VIP will tell you how they go about converting their MOF or their HVT into USDT, which can be converted back to real money in the real world, and they do it regularly. Now, why would they do this regularly if they were thinking that the HyperVerse or the MetaVerse is something they need to bank with? It would be stupid. Can you imagine knowing what you know about crypto and buying it at 5 cents a crypto and then realizing that there's people out there selling their crypto for 5 cents or 6 cents to make a quick buck, and they don't really believe what they're selling? It would be hypocritical, and that's what they're doing.
Of its value, they've walked through this fire before, and so I'm like, I'm here with the company that I feel like can navigate us through. And then to learn about NFTs, I've been studying NFTs and just really digging into that.
Well, where the hell have you been studying, Bill? Because I can't see your IQ. If you want to get on a Zoom meeting and tell me what you've learned and help me educate other people about NFTs, please take me up on the offer. I know people in these meetings watch these videos. So if you're going to educate us, come on a Zoom meeting and tell us what you've learned. Share your experience, knowledge and skills with the masses and save the planet before it gets switched off and there's no more electricity to power MetaVerse.
So excited about the HyperNation with that, the possibilities that are just wide open for aspiring artists, for one. And they've done a press release where they talk about what Hyper NFT means for the aspiring artist that wants to get their work out. Yeah. You know, my wife is a creative artist, and she can start to, she was excited learning about how to do an NFT, and now she's starting to think about those kind of things, and to think that they can't develop a new direction at the same time take care of the old. You're just not in business if you don't know that you can do that. You have to do that if you're in business. You know, in whatever business you're in. I'm in construction, and in 2008.
Oh my goodness, well that makes a lot of sense. This guy is a builder. A builder. Congratulations. I used to be a house painter. Painter and a decorator. Now look at me now. Look where I've expired. What are they expired? Inspired. Got to. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a YouTuber. Oh my God, you don't know. You're thick as shit, really. That's what it means. You did a 4-year apprenticeship, and now you're a crypto trader. And you probably go to your mates at work and go, oh, I know all about crypto. You should invest in HyperVerse. I would hate working with you, mate.
It was hard. We had to find ways to move in a different direction and take care of our past. And we did that and came through it. And so I'm so excited about where we're headed. That's why we got a yellow box, is because I see the future as being even better.
Hold on a minute. Last week you said you were getting a purple box. Now you've just gone and bought a yellow box, and you've been in HyperVerse for how long? And now you only can afford to buy a yellow box? You mean you've made no money and you've been with these guys for 12 months? You've done it wrong, my friend. Obviously, you've got a lot of rewards pending, and you haven't claimed them in before it went bankrupt. What a silly boy.
Than it has been in the past. And so thank you, Keith, for your leadership. Thank you, Pinicky. You guys just stick it in there, D in the background, Jackie, everybody for all you do. I'm so grateful for our team too that has stuck with us as well. So thanks, you guys.
The A team. Whoa, wait until they realize they're actually the Z team.
Thank you for your support, Bill, and also, your commitment as well to your team. As I said, I just feel that we're all in this together.
That's like the Titanic. You're all in it together, eh, Keith? What do you think, Pinicky? Yes, you know what the Titanic is? Glug, glug, glug. The ship that went down, no good, eh? Hey, you'll be all right. Don't worry, you just keep telling people about doom and gloom. Right, Keith, back to you. Has that person in the chat room disappeared? Did you scare them off?
Leaders, really. We all have the ability to lead. You just got to just get your mind right. You got to get your attitude. You got
to be brainwashed. Hey, Pinicky. Keith, carry on telling them how to get brainwashed.
Get belief levels where they need to be. And guess what? People will follow you. You just have got to be somebody who stands.
Did you really just say, guess what? They're so funny. Do you know what that means, Keith? Pinicky over here has been saying, and guess what? For the last couple of weeks. And his NLP training has finally sunk into your brain. It's ridiculous. So, Keith, you just said, and guess what? See? That's how NLP training works. If you say things 6 times over a course of time and you speak with conviction, eventually your brain cell starts deciding to listen to this shit. And that's what's happened to Keith. You're a victim, Keith. Did you know that?
For something and, just not weak and flaky. And then all of a sudden, people start.
Bill, have you finished speaking yet?
Questioning you yourself. You just got to just stand strong. And not everyone will follow you. And I'm not looking for everyone to follow. But here's what I am saying is that we can get a movement. We can have that movement going in the right.
Mate, last time I wanted a movement, I had a bag of prunes, not prawns. Prawns, they were like different, they were yummy. But I'm a vegan now, so I can't eat them, so I have to eat prunes instead. And now I had a movement. Is that what you're talking about? Tell me, Keith, is that what you're talking about?
Right direction. And we're all going to enjoy and explore and discover together. What's wrong with that?
Lots of things, but we haven't heard the whole facts yet, have we, Keith? Anyway, you carry on, mate. Is that guy in the chat room gone now? They hurt your feeling?
That's what life is all about. That's the passion. Thanks, Bill.
The world actually tells us to be negative. It actually educates.
Oh, shut up, Pinicky.
Us in a negative way.
I don't want to hear about your negative energy and the doom and gloom, all right? Go put your finger back up your bottom.
Even programs us in a negative way. When you go to school and they say, oh.
Keith, have you not told Pinicky that I left school at the age of 14? I left school at the age of 14, mate.
You can have this job or this job.
I don't want a job. I want to work for myself. Been doing it for 29 years. I don't want to work for a boss, Keith. Pinicky, what are you going on about again? Doom and gloom?
They say you can be your own boss. They don't say you can be an entrepreneur.
None of you guys are entrepreneurs who are scamming people. That is not, do not insult entrepreneurs. I am rampant. I am upset that you guys think you're entrepreneurs because you scam people. An entrepreneur does not go along and start up a business hoping to get 10 times his investment back. In fact, he loves setting up the business. He loves marketing the business. He loves having a relationship with his clients. He loves finding products that give him good return on his investment, but he does not scam people. He wants to build up a client base. He wants to be walked down the street and proud of what he does. I could not walk down the street being a scammer like you guys and hold my head up high. I would be embarrassed every time I bumped into someone who knew you really are. Now, I'm a YouTuber. My job is to expose these people who are scamming you. You can do your little bit to help by hitting the thumbs up button over there or there. I'm not sure because it's reversed. And then we can get these videos out to YouTube more, and we'll get more and more people will have awareness of what these guys are actually doing. They have been rampant for the last 2.5 years promoting HyperFund and HyperVerse, and now they're getting into HyperNation. Both of those companies have gone bankrupt, and now they're taking all the good stuff out of the bankrupt company and starting up something new, hoping to get even richer, which is disgusting. Keith has been a network marketer for 41 years. His accomplice in crime used to be Kalpesh Patel. He'd been network marketing for 27 years. Kalpesh Patel got done for fraud. He admitted he'd done fraud. He was defrauding people out of $25 million. There was 12 people in the syndicate. They couldn't nail him for fraud. He admitted he was wrong. He broke his bail conditions when this was happening, and he got locked up for 12 months and given a $330,000 pound fine for breaking his bail conditions. A lot of the people, last week we had another guy called Slay the Dragon. He had been in prison twice and he admitted it on camera for 2.5 years each stint. And now he thinks he's cleaned up his life and he is promoting a Ponzi scheme. Keith has been asking these people to come along and talk about positive stories on how they have made themselves a professional scammer. Do not listen to these guys. They cannot be trusted. There's Amy's video I did a wee while ago. You probably go back about 8 videos from this one. Have a listen to that and you'll see they're totally full of shit. I spent 10 hours researching Des Amy and I just couldn't believe the shit that he was spewing out his mouth about how wonderful he was and what a successful businessman he was. He even claimed that he went to the House of Commons or the Parliament and gave a keynote speech when he was really supporting his business networking group who'd done some activity, and he was given a summary of the activity and what they did. It had no connection with anyone that was addressing Parliament with a keynote speech. These guys are full of shit. Check out my other 100 videos about these Ponzi schemes and you make an informed decision whether you want to line their jacket pockets. They're disgusting in my eyes. Let me continue before I get in a rant. Whoops.
They don't teach that at all because guess what? The problem with entrepreneurs is they think for themselves.
Oh, we think for ourselves.
And we can't have too many people who think for themselves.
No, you can't have too many people like me.
That's why you're...
We need to take me to your leader and be a robot. I am a robot. Please take me to your leader. Oh my God, hurry up. Keith, are you going to let this guy speak? I bet this guy's not going to be on here next week. You learnt your lesson. Don't bring drongos along. Okay, Keith, back to you.
This sort of mindset. And this is not some kind of crazy mindset training. This is just...
If you tell people it's not a scam, it's not a scam.
Life. And you got to realize that it's so much more harder to stay positive all the time.
Especially when there's people like me doing these YouTube broadcasts telling you that it's a scam and they're trying to stop me get these videos. Inconceivable. It's not going to happen, guys.
Than it is to be negative most of the time.
Absolutely. 100%.
So really, that's one thing you should always work out. People say, how can you be so positive? There's always people who are...
It's the drugs they're taking. They take depositories and they got happy pills on them.
Much worse off than we are.
I think they like putting them up there in the dark, unknown places. It's like the MetaVerse. HyperNation.
Yeah, yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Lisa, how are you?
Hello, I am so good. I'm feeling so inspired. I absolutely love coming on these trainings, and when I hear that introductory music, it lifts me. It's beautiful music.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, both of you. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, Timothy. Look, I'm speaking to all of you, and we've all had doubts at times. We've all had doubts. But look, after those testimonials, particularly Susan Lawrence, the last testimonial, Carol,
the compliance officer, theoretically was promoted as the compliance officer for HyperNation, but I think it was the compliance officer for Des Amy. He forgot to clarify that.
Lowenstein, Jennifer Mincy, Georgina Blackwood. That's awesome. And that is leadership. Look, if the doubters don't get it after that, then I don't think they ever will. This is leadership. This is where I come to be inspired. If I'm feeling down, if I'm feeling, I've had a really difficult time.
If I'm feeling down and I'm feeling a little bit perplexed and I feel like I've got no friends left, I come into these leadership meetings and I sit here and I suck up all this juice and I feel like I'm a better person. It's such a lovely story. And you're on here every week, so obviously you're dependent on it. It's like heroin.
Then I come on leadership. And I listen. I mean, what you were saying was, it was Jean Flynn was saying, be coachable, be a good student, listen and learn. So it's like I know that I need that when things have been challenging me. I need that. Yeah. And then there are times when, you know, I'm excited about something that's happening, or
like the mailman's coming and he's delivering a letter to me. It's so exciting. Oh my God, I love those moments.
That's happened. And I want to share that.
I want to share that.
I think it helps others because, you know, when things are going well, it's good to share that. And it gives me a platform.
Normally about now, her husband comes up from the staircase. She's upstairs. This is how these people are on here every week. Same 10 people. There's no one in the window that I haven't seen before. Maybe the lady in the middle I haven't seen before. But the same people every week. It does get a bit boring. It does my head in. My psychiatrist told me I needed to stop doing these videos. And I said to him, you just don't understand the blockchain.
Which to express, what's going on for me, which is brilliant.
It's changed the music.
You know, what other platform do we have?
Walt Disney.
The thing is, you know, the monkey mind, the doubting mind is going to come in all the time. And as leaders, we have to do this. We have to fight it. We have to challenge that doubt. You know, all these negative stuff that come up.
All these negative things.
Not just on this forum, it's going to come up with everything.
Have you stopped to think that all this negative stuff might be true? Do you think that people are saying to you, excuse me, young lady, you're about to walk off a cliff and you could fall and hurt yourself, and you go, no, I know all about the road. No, you haven't, no, okay.
In our life, that's what the mind does. So challenge it.
All these people are so deep in shit they don't know. They can't smell the shit because they're keeping themselves nice and warm in the shit.
You know, we're warriors here.
Warriors? Okay, nice story.
You know,
Keith loved that one.
I love that. And I love.
He even said it.
Love the quote. I'm going to use it. It was Jean Flynn said, "Put your ego."
Oh, she comes along every week, and she gives us a little quote that she found on the internet, and she sits there and she does her embroidery. And then she says, I'm going to use that quote in my leader. You know, honey, she says, I'm feeling a bit down today. And I'm waiting for my leadership meeting to come. And I'm going to actually do my crochet. And I'm going to make a nice quote out of something I found on the internet. And then I'm going to share it with my leadership team. And that's how we roll, bro.
Oh, in your pocket. Love that one. And I want to just finish by saying that what came to my mind when Keith, when you were speaking about the new platform, that the new nation, and also you, Key, were speaking about, moving into this new nation. It's a new language, so we're all learning a new language, and so we're all students. But what came to my mind, I heard. I'm sure you all know John Lennon of the Beatles.
Oh, I was going to say no, but I have heard of the Beatles. But anyway, John Lennon, he did sing a few cool songs that I know. Uptown Girl, was that him? Was that somebody else? Okay.
What came to my mind was his song back in the 70s. Power to the...
Oh my God, please don't do it. Do not sing. We'll get done for copyright infringement.
The people, we are being given, we're being handed it on a plate. We're being given it, we're being gifted it to take the power and take it into our own hands.
You know, if this was a zombie movie, right now, this lady would be hit across the head with a baseball bat and then stabbed in the eye with an arrow. If only this was a zombie movie, would we really let these people walk around saying these things like they're zombies? You would be doing your darnest to shoot their head off. Next time, I hate zombie movies, but I have fallen victim to starting to enjoy them quite lately. It must be because I've been doing all these videos. I decide I liked watching zombie movies. There was a Korean one that just came out recently on Netflix. If you want the name of it, let me know in the comment section. While you're listening to this, make sure you have hit the thumbs up button. It helps this video go out to the masses. And humor me by subscribing to my channel and clicking the bell, and you'll be notified when I send out more stuff. And if you get really excited and you can't help yourself and you wet in your pants because you like my humor, you're in a sad place. But you can post a comment and I will interact with you in real time. I'm not a bot, I'm the real. I will use my real words and my real fingers. Some of the spelling mistakes might be quite prominent because I'm dyslexic, but you'll get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Over to you, whatever her name is, please get her off.
Power. Boom. That's all I have to say.
Lisa, thank you.
Lisa, how did I forget that?
Man.
Bill and Lisa.
Great man. Thank you. 5-star, you're up next.
5-star. So we had Bill, we've had Lisa, and 5-star. Here we go.
This is definitely definitely giving it to leadership. Everyone's got the chance to say a few words. Hiya, how you doing?
Pretty good. I wanted to let you know that I'm also an artist, and that's why I want to go into the NFTs. My team's like,
I think she's a heroin addict, actually, trying to be an artist. She's seeing people. Oh my goodness, that's her husband.
they don't know what to do, but you know, it's like me being on the stage the first time when I was shaking like a leaf, and then go off on the stage and do it. So
then do it. Just do it.
I think this lady has drank more red wine than I have.
Yeah.
Yes, John, I'm in the. Come on, John.
What's going on back there in the garden having fun? Go on, she's busy.
Go and get a drink.
It's also like you know, the prism of light. It starts white. The sun hits it, and the rays come out of all different colors.
Wow, that's so creative.
So go with the colors instead of staying in just the light. That's another thing I was thinking. But yeah, I've got to get someone to give me that code and get into it because I did not want to miss it. So I'm doing that this week.
You'll find someone that'll get a code for you if you're considering taking the purple or the platinum. But either way, just get yourself in. However you want to do that, but yeah, we've still got 24, 30 hours to go, and then we've got a few more days for the yellow box. But thank you for that. And
thank you so much for all your training and make me understand as much as I got to get that ticket.
Thank you. We're all excited. We all can't wait to board the vessel. You're on board. Right. Thank you. Right, we're going to go to Susan. Susan, how are you?
Hey, Keith, I'm doing great. I am at a dog show, so I'm trying to get away from all the noise. There's about 60,000 people here. So I wanted to thank you for today. And where I was a year ago and where I am today is unbelievable to me.
Yeah.
Keith, you knew when I came in.
I remember your very early days. And look at you. You look fabulous. You look still radiant.
I got to show you something. Isn't that cute, doggy? That's Pixel. She said she was at a dog show. Whenever there's a cute doggy like that. Pixel's 10, 11 weeks old. He sleeps at my feet and he licks my ears out, so I never have to clean my ears. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's lovely. You go back to sleep. Good boy. Just had to do a bit of a show and tell there.
Yes.
And I did what you did though, Keith. When you came on board, you got money from someone to acquire your membership. I did the same thing.
Oh, it's disgusting. All right, now it is at 3 hours and 29 minutes, so I have to do a clap. It helps me kill the flies and also helps me line up the voice but I leave it in because I think it's quite entertaining. All right, back to this lady.
The purple box.
Purple
Okay,
boxes.
I followed my leader, right?
Okay.
And
So
I
you
was
made a
able to do
decision,
it.
You made a commitment. Boom.
Yes, I wanted to come on board. I've helped other people do the same. And the one thing that I've done is I've been positive. When people come to me and they say, oh, this and that about HyperVerse, this and that, you know what? What you say, what you speak into the universe happens. So my whole thing is speak positivity and it's going to happen. Do not bring the negativity to me because I don't want to hear it. Okay? I believe in this platform. I believe in...
Right, another rant. I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, okay? And people used to say, oh, you used to knock on people's doors and you were trying to convert them into being a Jehovah's Witness. And we'd say, no, we're not. We're not trying to convert people to be Jehovah's Witnesses. We are looking for lost sheep and anyone that we open the door to. And they used to say, I don't know what the purpose of life is and I'm lost. I don't know anything about the Bible. Then we would get stuck into them and we would start educating them about the purpose. And we'd say things like, imagine if you was in a forest and you were tramping and all of a sudden you found this beautiful cabin in the woods. Would you think this cabin just got here by chance? And they go, no. And they go, no, God creates everything. Everything has a purpose. And we talk about this beautiful planet in the solar system, a wee bit like this. Yes, this beautiful solar system, the HyperNation, which is created by computer-generated CGI, right? Okay, rest of the point. Right, so here I am telling you about the Jehovah's Witness days. Anyway, we were only looking for lost sheep, and it's very much the same as HyperNation. When I was watching the video today that was streaming live on my YouTube channel, I was looking at the intellect of the people that were trying to buy a yellow NFT so they could enter the HyperNation. It was scary, guys. These people don't have any education of computers, the blockchain, or the ecosystem that they were buying into, but they were doing it because a friend told them it's a good investment opportunity. The NFT is not an investment opportunity, it's just a ticket. So you can enter a place where they can sell you more stuff. It's shocking, it's appalling. So do not get fooled by people who are not educated, because they are like when I was a Jehovah's Witness. They were the same as the people. We were only looking for the weak-minded people that didn't know any better. And now that's what HyperNation is doing. They're out there preaching to the people who don't know any better, the people that don't understand it. You are the ones that are going to fall victim to losing your money to these scammers.
They have not done me wrong. Okay? So if someone's going to talk to me, be as positive as you can, or we go on to the next subject.
That means, and on people like that, we used to call them people with deaf ears, which basically meant it didn't matter what you said, they were a lost cause. And normally those people, what we used to call born-again Christians, they were full of the Holy Spirit, and it didn't matter what you said, they just need to have a belief, and they didn't need the facts. They just needed to have a belief that they were full of the Holy Spirit. And it didn't matter if you said there was a gaping big hole in front of them and they're about to walk off it, they wouldn't believe you because they had the Holy Spirit in them and God will always provide. And that's why they go after these religious communities and the black Americans, because they are very vulnerable when it comes to technology, afraid to say. If you want some training and you want to learn more about technology, reach out to me. I will help you if I can.
Okay. But I'm having a great time. This platform it's not just about what we make or what we get rewarded. It's all about, for me, relationships. I have relationships in this platform that I'm in around the world that I would never have had if it wasn't for coming on to this and believing that this would work. Yeah. My friends are all coming with me to HyperNation.
Oh, you waited there for long?
When we're blessed. So
Did she say we're all blessed? I think she did. So there you go, rest my case.
So grateful for all that you do and all that we all do as...
Oh, let's do the big praise jar, God. Praise Jehovah.
It's a family.
Praise Satan.
That's right.
Lucifer.
It's just amazing. So
the Archangel.
Thank you. Thank you. I mean, it brings tears to my eyes that...
Go count your rosary beads. You'll be fine. Say a few Hail Marys. You'll be fine. Make sure you get baptized, christened at the right age. Otherwise, you'll be doomed for life. That
the knowledge that I have now is I'm able to bring people through and how to do.
Go back to your dog show. Game over.
Certain platforms by not even being on there. Okay, they can tell me what platform they're on, like HyperPay, and I can guide them through just by listening.
Did she say HyperPay? HyperPay is the biggest joke ever. Do a research on HyperPay. That's back United Arabs and only 4 countries are part of it, and it's not regulated by the banking authority. And Keith often has, I think he's got a t-shirt on now. I can't quite see. Let me have a look. Yes, he's wearing a HyperPay t-shirt right now. And he tells me, well, when he's talking to me, he's saying that HyperPay is not a real bank. And no, it's not, Keith. It doesn't have any banking authority. It's not registered with any ombudsman, whatever they call those people. It's a made-up bank. It doesn't exist. It's not real. I don't know how to say not real 5 times to make you believe it, but do your own research before you give HyperPay any money. Just because they can give you a credit card that works in an ATM machine does not mean it is a real company. They also say they are affiliated with MasterCard and Visa. Ring up MasterCard and Visa and see if they are. They won't know what you're talking about. I rest my case.
So I don't have to do a Zoom. And so I've come a long way.
You have.
And I'm able to teach people, and I'm only 18,000 away from VIP 3, and I.
Ooh, 18,000. Wow, I didn't realize you had to get that many to be a VIP 3. I'm just sort of saying a lot of these people have done a lot of hard work to get their 1,800 people scammed. Now, it's like walking up. I do a lot of hiking, and I know when you're walking up a mountain or a hill, it's a big, hard climb. And when you get to the top, you think victorious, but you don't want to fall off the cliff because the bottom will hit you in the face within about 10 seconds if you're lucky. And that's a big fall that a lot of these people are going to have.
No, we're still on this platform, so I'm going to celebrate.
I love the way they're talking about platforms more and more. It basically telling me that there's other platforms out there which didn't used to be there, and they're now jeopardized.
When that happens, so
we're going to celebrate with you, Susan. Yeah, thank you. We've got a handful left. We are going to shut up shop at 5 o'clock, so we might get through all the hands. Thank you, Susan. We're going to go to a handful of VIP 5-stars. Whoa! They're all lined up now.
All lined up. 2 people in the queue.
Boom! I'm going to start off with Renell. We're going to go from left to right. Renell, how are you, sir? Good to have you on. Another great trainer. Guy, we're going to get you on.
Oh, this is the Barbara guy, B-A-R-Y, Barb. I don't know why he's got a girl's name, or maybe that's his wife's name, but he's got 2 names.
To do some training with us, in the weeks and months.
Oh no, I've got them mixed up. It's the black guy.
To come, but VIP 5-star, Mr. Renell Hepburn, my dear friend, how are you? How's the family?
As I usually say, it gets better every day, and. I mean, you know my story. I mean, I'm not going to labour that because I know there's not that much time. But I joined. Actually, it was my 2-year anniversary on the 17th of July.
Clap, everyone! Everyone's clapping. Keith, do the praise jar thing.
So yes. I joined in 2 years, but I didn't start until September the 16th, really, because I spent 2 months. I say banging my head up against a brick wall until my ears popped out, and I started listening and following the system that we knew anyway, and from the time Clayton called me. But for me, it's been a life-changing 2 years. And
boom, another millionaire. Boom, yes, look at that. Everyone buy a lotto ticket because we're in a meeting with the lotto winners, and they're talking about how wonderful it was to be a winner, but you're not going to be a winner because these guys are all professional scammers.
I have people come and say, "Oh, but you should look at this. You should look at that." But
Kalpesh Patel, yes, there's one of them.
Thing is though, and here's the thing for me, and the thing that sticks for me is that these guys are industry guys. They're not.
These guys are made up guys. If you're talking about Sam, Ryan, and Jayden, who theoretically started this, or were paid to use their names because they were blockchain legends. Then they have ran away and they're nowhere to be seen. They're hiding. And one day they'll get locked up. Clink, clink. Everyone's after them. Clink, clink. Have we got a... Yep, we have. That's a jail door. Slam shut. Boom. No more Sam Lee. No more Ryan. And no more Stephen Reece Lewis. Oh my God, he's not real, is he?
Johnny come lately entrepreneurs who said, oh, let's try that industry. Oh, it's not working for us. Let's shut it down and move on to the next thing. They're here for the duration. And that's the thing that instill confidence in me. Yes, stuff happens in businesses and I believe they're going to sort it out. But the thing is, jump and do what?
Sure.
Jump and go to what opportunity? Because whatever opportunity you go to, you're going to have to put money in it.
Well, that's a great reasoning you've got there, mate. Where else can you go if you can't find another scam? You might as well stick with the scam you know than the one you don't know. Good thinking. Keep your enemies closer. Isn't that the same sort of deal? Hey, I'm tired. I've had enough. I think you've got the idea of these people. I'm going to start fast forwarding using the little video on the bottom. This has actually worked out really good, Dale, if you're watching my video. Dale's the one that gives me these videos. Thank you, Dale. Oh, sorry, I went to tell anyone. I'm going to fast forward to people I haven't seen because I know that if you watched this week's video and last week's video, these people come back every week flogging the same dead horse. So I'm just going to fast forward to people I haven't seen on here before because they're the ones that are normally grumpy and want to tell Keith he's an idiot. All right, so let's carry on and I'll see if I can fast forward to someone I haven't seen on here before and see if they're not going to paint a picture because they're all blowing steam up each other's ass and I don't want you to see that. It's a terrible thing.
Anyway, and you know, and forgive me, $100, please. Hello. I mean, I remember seeing Robert Kiyosaki on stage.
Repeat other people's jargon. Rightio, we're going to forget about him. He's no fun. We're going to go to the lady in the yellow because I have seen her before. And we're about there. Right, and we're going to press play. She should be next.
Again, words of wisdom there and more words of wisdom. Oh, crypto champion. Hi.
Hello. Let's have a voice.
Now, this was the lady I was actually in the Zoom meeting with this afternoon, ironically. And I was in there for about 35 minutes. And then when I changed my username from New Zealand NZ to youtube.com/DHEK, DEHEK, I got kicked out, which was quite funny. But she was a trainer and she had been training people how to set themselves up and buy NFT. So this will be quite interesting. I may even get a mention, probably not. But anyway, we'll see what she has to say because she is a trainer and she is a scammer as well.
I feel like I've been talked to death, but I don't know. I almost put my hand down because I was like, they're all saying everything that I want to say, and they've said it beautifully.
We want to hear from you too. We want to hear from you.
Well, I responded when you said who got the purple box, and you know when the whitelist popped up, I'm one of those people. Something new pops up in the back office, I look at it and I just act on it, whether I know what it's about or not. So the whitelist came up. I did the USDT. Then they said use your HUs. And I said, oh, let me see if it'll go through. I did that too. and then the yellow box came out. And when it came out, then there was this purple and there was this platinum. And I said, oh, 10K? Okay, yeah, I'll do it. I mean, literally, I did it June 8th. I didn't know what it was. And then I found out, okay, node. And I didn't know it was 5X. I didn't know any of that and all that comes with it. Right. So what I'm saying is I know that when HyperVerse, Hypertech Group does something, they don't just do it and think about it yesterday. They plan it out.
3 weeks. It took me 3 weeks.
I know. I did it before.
So I was losing sleep. I was sweating. I was like, what's going on here? I was getting pressure. What are you going to do? And you just went straight in. I love it.
June 8th. I just did it. And then found out all about it later.
Wow.
Because, like I said, what they have shown us in the last, I've been here since February of 2021. What they've shown us is that they don't just come up with something yesterday. They plan it through. They know what's going to happen months after they come up with something that we don't see. And so, you know, I've been trying to keeping my team together, the ones that want to stay together. And based on what I've learned from, you know, being in HyperFund and HyperVerse, is I'm not dragging anyone into the nation. You want to come?
Brilliant. Absolutely.
Yep, same as me when I was a Jehovah's Witness. We only look for lost sheep. So we only look for vulnerable people to come into HyperNation. Exactly the same. They're preying on they're predators, aren't they, really? They're preying on like children in the tech industry. People who don't know any better, they go after them. For the people that are educated, like people like me, we tell them to F off, but they carry on going after the people that are easy prey. These people are low-life bottom feeders. Do not get involved with them. Do not support them. And if you see them in the streets, spit in their faces. See if I care.
Glenn, I'm not dragging you this time because I did drag people into the HyperVerse.
Oh, did you just say that?
And they're still sitting there going, what? You know, so we're not dragging you into the nation. I'm informing you, this is what's happening. This is exciting. I don't even know what it's about. I have books about, you know, NFT for dummies, beginners in the metaverse.
Did she just say she went into the NFT market and not even know what she's on about?
That I haven't even read yet. I couldn't explain.
The idiot at the bottom is clapping because he's just like a puppet and somebody's got his hand up his ass and he's pulling the strings and he's making them clap.
To you, all I know is I'm excited because Hypertech Group doesn't do anything wrong, and people get, you know, I get the calls. You get the calls, Keith.
If you want to go to a YouTube channel called Project Frugal and look at probably number 5 roughly, he explains about Hypertech Group and how corrupt they are and how they got to where they aren't today.
Here's what I say, you know, really, what has Hyper done to disappoint you?
They have stolen everyone's money and promised them unrealistic rewards, and now they've promised only to give people's initial investment back if they just buy an NFT, a yellow NFT, and give them more money. And then they're going to manually pay back 1 million people that theoretically haven't received their rewards. And then I'll just take another breath for one. And then they tell you that they can't sort through the people that are legit and not real because there was people creating multiple accounts. So how are they going to tell the multiple account holders from the genuine people? They can't. So that would be their excuse. So my plan on it, if you're wondering what I think is going to happen, is not rocket science, ladies and gentlemen. They're taking out all the assets, people who are scamming and selling stuff, and they move them all over here to the HyperNation. And then what they're going to do with all the people over here that go, hey, look at me, I've got lots of rewards owing. They'll go, I know what we'll do. We'll create another generation of NFTs. And we will let people buy these NFTs using their HU dollars or their HTV, whatever they call it, HVT, HTV, whatever, you know, crypto. And then they will say, but we don't want those stupid NFTs. And they'll go, no, it's fine, buy them, it's an investment. And they'll go, but no one's buying these NFTs. And how much are they worth? Well, they're only worth as much as another idiot wants to pay for them. And you'll realize that it's a swamp market. It's just like a Ponzi scheme, this NFT rubbish. Don't let me carry on. I'm starting to get on a rant. I need to go to bed. Hope this lady hurries up and finish. And she didn't mention me, which I'm a wee bit insulted by. So thank you very much, Crypto, whatever your late name is.
I think we have disappointed them from the way we handle ourselves in the HyperVerse. What have they done to disappoint you? Yeah. Every morning you wake up, you're still getting HUs. I don't know why that rebuy.
You are not getting HU. Maybe the people at the top are, but the people, the peasants at the bottom are not. They're just getting that noise when they ring up head office. Oh, there is no head office. That's right. Made that up.
Button is still available because all it's doing is giving it's why? Right. So what have they done for you?
Some will get that later on when after this call. That was so profound. Yeah. What have they done? You know, what have they done to us?
What have they done? Right. And like Renaud just said, I started to write it down. I didn't finish it. Right. And that is where you find yourself. And I've had to say this to a few of my people, you know, quite maybe not as gently as Brenda would say it, but the financial situation that we find ourselves in because of the way we manage our money, our crypto, our HUs, our MOF, our HVT has nothing to do with Hyper. It has everything to do with us and the choices that we made.
Yes.
So like he says, let's take responsibility. And Gene Flynn, man, I was writing down stuff. Don't let your baggage block your blessing because some people feel they have baggage in HyperVerse. If they're letting that baggage block.
Oh, this is disgusting. It really is. I mean, imagine telling everyone to go and become part of the World Bank. Let's just say the World Bank. Everyone invest your money. Everyone put your money in here. Guaranteed this, guaranteed that. You know, just trust us, trust us, trust us. We know what we're doing. I've got all my money in there. You put all your money in there. Everyone's a happy place. And all of a sudden that bank goes, we're bankrupt. All right? And then you've got all these negative people. And these negative people are negative and they have got an attitude problem. Why These negative people have a right to be negative. You told them to put your money in there, even though it wasn't financial advice, and you took it anyway, even though it was unregulated with crypto, even though it wasn't a registered proper bank. You followed these people like an idiot, and you put your money in, and now you've jumped out of it, and you've gone over to another bank and said, this is the best bank. This